So a few things to talk about: Gaethje versus Fiziev 2, Mitchell versus Silver, and Hill versus Roundtree Jr. And Shrek 5's just been announced. Well, this animation looks fucking garbage. Awful, awful. But we're not here to talk about that. Starting off with the big one, right? I've got some thoughts about this fucking thing. So it looks like the UFC didn't see my video. Surprise, surprise. And they just don't want to make money. Although this fight's going to be exciting, was my layout, was my timeline not much better? Moicano versus Gaethje. Moicano beats Gaethje. Paddy beats Chandler. Moicano versus Paddy for #1 contendership. Paddy versus Ilya for the title. I think Ilya's going to knock out Islam Makhachev. That sounds exciting to me. Now, Fiziev. What has he done to deserve this shot against Justin Gaethje? Ranked #3, by the way. What has Fiziev done? Right? He lost to Gaethje already. Yes, that fight was a scrap. In fact, before I get into it, this fight is going to be fantastic, by the way. I'm not like saying that this is going to be a shit fight. This fight's going to be unbelievably good. I'm just saying who deserves it more, right? And Moicano apparently turned it down. We're going to go into Gaethje's tweet where he says who turned the fight down, which confuses me, but we'll get into that later on. But let's say Moicano's out of the picture. We got Gamrot there, bro. Gamrot beat Hooker, arguably. You can make an argument that Gamrot beat Hooker. Okay, it was very close, but you could make an argument that Hooker kind of got the robbery. Why not do Gamrot versus Gaethje? That makes more sense than Fiziev. It just does. And I know it kind of doesn't count, but Gamrot's got technically a TKO over Fiziev. I know it was an ACL injury. Not really a knockout, not really a TKO, but he got awarded a TKO over Fiziev. And that was a long time ago. Fiziev's been sat out for like a year and a half. And I know it's because of an injury, but what's he done? He's not done anything. He's not done anything. Like, to get a #3 ranked contender. Like, Fiziev could come back and fight Moicano. Moicano versus Fiziev? Oh, come on. Banger of a fight. Gets Fiziev back in there with someone who is ranked, but not in the top 5 by any means. See if he still got it. Alright? And this, honestly, doesn't do an awful lot for Gaethje. And it's like, if Fiziev beats Gaethje, he's right up there in the top 5. And it's like, for what? For being injured and sitting out for a year and a half. Like, I know he was recovering, and I know it's not his fault. But at the same time, we can't just be gifting out opportunities to people that aren't that deserving of them. It's going to be a great fight, though. It is. It's going to be a really good fight. I'm excited to see it, but I don't think Fiziev deserves it. Gamrot deserves it more. Like I say, you can make the argument that he beat Dan Hooker. Why not give him the shot? He called for it. And we're going to look at Gaethje's tweet. Apparently, Gaethje didn't say that Gamrot turned it down. So why not? Why not? Let's just go up anyway. Gaethje's tweet. Oh, Arman and Charles understandably said no. Apparently that's because of the weight cut. I think Arman called for a 160 catch weight. On 2 weeks' notice, obviously, no. Max and Dustin understandably said no. Apparently, Dustin actually rung Hunter and Dana to call for the fight, so that's not true. Moicano got the call and said no. I don't understand that. If that is true, Moicano, you're a bitch, right? Why would you call for a fight and then deny it? In my eyes, the only explanation for Moicano saying no is because it's not enough money. But Moicano, think about something other than money for once, right? If you just lost to Makhachev inside one round, if you beat Justin Gaethje, that puts you in the top 5, bro, and that gives you an even bigger chance to get back at the title. Why would you not take that, even if you don't get paid as much as what you'd like? If I was Moicano, I would not pass up on this opportunity. If that is true that Moicano said no, he's an idiot. I don't know why he'd call for it and then say no, though. All right, I don't know. I'm just taking Gaethje's word for it at this point, but it makes no sense. You just take the shot. You just take the shot and get back in and get into the top 5. Then you're close to a title shot. I don't know. Props to Fiziev for volunteering to fly across the world and make this fight. And take this fight. Big risk here for me taking this rematch against an elite striker. Life's a trip. Best live showing going down March 18th. You know what? Big up to Fiziev, man. Big up to Fiziev. I don't think he deserves the fight, but you know what? He stepped up, and of course he is, because unlike Moicano, he understands that a win against Gaethje puts him in the top 5 and closer to a title shot. I don't understand why Moicano, if that is true, why call for it and then just say no. I don't know. Either way, I think Gamrot deserves it more than Fiziev. Or like I say, you can make the argument that you can make an argument for Gamrot beating Dan Hooker. All right, it was a very, very close fight. Could have gone the other way. A lot of people scored it for Gamrot. So why not give him the shot? He called for it. I don't understand. Going to be a great fight though. All right, now we have Mitchell versus Silva. I've just got some advice for Bryce Mitchell. Right, I really want you, Bryce, to concentrate in this camp for this Gene Silva fight, right? I don't want to hear any. I want you to lock in. I don't want to see you gas out inside 3 rounds, okay? I don't want any of that. I want you on top form, all right? I want you on top form. Now, this is a good fight. I just think Silva's going to push it that little bit further. Sorry, that little bit further. All right. Well, now who do I think is going to win? I think Silva's gonna knock the fuck out of Bryce Mitchell. God, sorry guys. I'm sorry. Well, it's just slipping out. I don't know what's going on. Ugh. It's crazy. On a serious note, though, I think Bryce Mitchell's getting knocked the fuck out. And I can't wait to see it. Alright? Oh, Bryce Mitchell was right, dude. Bryce Mitchell was so right. What, did you just listen to your history class in 3rd grade? You're all fucking goons. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Bryce Mitchell. I can't wait to see him get knocked out. I can't wait. It's going to be fucking amazing. Gene Silva's coming in, and he's putting the end to it. And I'll tell you what, if Bryce Mitchell wins, I'll put my hands up and I'll say, look, fair enough. I did not see that coming. I think Bryce Mitchell's going to get knocked out. Gene Silva's going to come save the day. All right, and that'll be the end of Bryce Mitchell. He can go away. Now, speaking of going away, all right, I just want to, right, I know I hate on Jamal Hill an awful lot because I don't like the guy, but you've got to respect it, bro. I can't sit here and say I don't respect it. I do. Dude gets finished in January, quick turnaround for April. I have to respect it by Jamal Hill. I can't hate on this man. I really can't. He took the year he lost really, really well. All right. He took it humble. I was expecting a cope fest. I was expecting all sorts of nonsense. All right. I was expecting some silly Billy excuses from Jamal, but none of it. Just humble. Said he wasn't on the. He just wasn't his night. Yuri was the better man. Brilliant. And then he takes not an easy fight. Khalil Roundtree Jr. just a measly 3 months later. Do I think it's a good idea? No. Or I think Roundtree Jr. is going to knock him out? Yes. I think Roundtree Jr. is going to finish him. He's going to finish him. Oh, it's a great, great fight, though. And as soon as UFC, I can't remember what the number was now, because I'm an absolute retard, but after the Hill Yuri Prohaska fight, I said this fight needs to be next. This fight is the only fight that makes sense. It needs to be next. And look at that. It is next. Looks like Dana White does listen to me sometimes. Well, I feel like it was obvious anyway, but I'm going to give myself credit for predicting it because I want to. All right. For a great fight, I think Roundtree Jr. is going to get it done. I think he's just going to be too much for Hill. He's going to pressure him so much. And Hill has got great counters. People forget, right, way in the early days of No Promo, all right, the Pereira-Roundtree Jr. fight was the first fight I talked about. It was the first card prediction, the first fight I broke down, and I said Khalil Roundtree Jr. has got really good counters. Okay, he was countering Anthony Smith on landing them at will. And what did Khalil Roundtree Jr. drop Alex Pereira with? A counter. He avoided the head kick and countered. Dropped. Now, if you don't believe me, go and watch my old video about this fight, and I say the way Roundtree Jr. wins this fight is with his counters. He's got amazing counters, and he nearly finished the fight with a counter punch on Alex Pereira. And I can see the same thing happening here. He's got good pressure and good counters. He's a great fighter. He's a great fighter. I love to fight him. In conclusion, Roundtree Jr. He's going to knock out Hill. Silva's going to knock out Mitchell. And honestly, guys, I don't really know who's going to win this fight. I really don't know. I'm going to go with Gaethje, I think. I don't think you can be the same after an ACL tear. It's a serious injury. No one's the same after that. I think Gaethje might get this one done. I really, really do. But at the same time, he's coming off a nasty KO. I think it's going to be an even fight. It's going to be an absolute fucking war. Look, I'm excited for the fight. I just don't think Fiziev deserves it. He's not done enough. He's not done enough to deserve rank number 3 at lightweight. Let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe. Links down below. Till next time. I'll see you in a bit.